What's up, YouTube? Nate the Old School Otaku here, and I've got a bunch of cool stuff lined up for part 2 of my top 25 anime of all time. Stay tuned! Welcome back. So, in front of me is a bunch of new shows for me to talk about in today's episode, which is part 2 of my top 25 anime of all time. Now, let's continue on with the stipulations if you haven't seen the first episode, and if you haven't seen the first episode, might as well click up here in order to see the first 5 on the list. Now, granted, none of this is in any particular order. However, there's a bunch of cool stuff there, so go ahead and check that out. Now, for the rest of you still here, this list is the next 5. So it's the next 5, part 2 of my top 25 anime that I own and have seen. So those are the two stipulations. I have to have seen the show and I have to own it in some way, shape, or form on physical media. So all this stuff in front of here basically falls into that line. I hope you guys enjoy this stuff because I think it's tons of fun, tons of cool stuff here, and well, let's stop rambling about it and continue on with part 2. Enjoy!
Iria, Zerum the Animation.
I first saw Iria, Zerum the Animation during one of Sci-Fi Channel's Anime Weeks, and I've been in love with it ever since. This 6-episode OVA from 1994 is a prequel to the live-action movies Zerum and Zerum 2. However, the story of Iria, Zerum the Animation doesn't quite fall in line with the storyline of the movies. In the States, Iria was released by US Manga Corps on VHS in 1996 and later saw a DVD release by Media Blasters in 2004. Recently, Discotek picked up Iria and will be remastering it. Here's hoping for a Blu-ray release. Iria tells the tale of the main character of Iria, who is a bounty hunter in training and stows away with her older brother on a mission which goes horribly wrong, and sets the stage for an epic science fiction story spanning multiple worlds with intrigue, conspiracies, poor government decisions, and plenty of action. This is one of those shows that I feel define the 90s era of anime and still stands up as a gem even today. If I could narrow down my list further to just 10 shows, this would definitely still be up there. You can pick up a copy of the DVD yourself from Amazon, but the current going rate is a bit on the expensive side. However, I believe it's honestly still worth it. There's currently no date that I can find for the Discotek release, but when I do find one, you can bet I'll definitely pick it up.
Tenchi Meguro.
When talking about the harem genre of anime, it's hard to not discuss Tenchi Meguro, which, in the very least, popularized the genre here in the States. There are multiple iterations of Tenchi, beginning with the original 6-episode OVA from 1992, with a second 6-episode OVA that came out in 1994, and then culminating with another 6-episode OVA in 2003. There are also 2 TV series. The first was called Tenchi Universe in the States and was released in 1995, and another TV series called Tenchi in Tokyo came out in 1997. There have also been multiple spin-offs and side stories as well, but the main ones I want to focus on right now is the original OVA series and the first TV series. Expanding on the stories of the OVA and first TV series, there were 3 movies which are also of note. The second movie, known as Daughter of Darkness in the States, also happens to be my personal favorite, and that takes place loosely in the OVA universe. Tenchi was originally brought out by Pioneer here in the States, with multiple DVD and VHS releases, but has more recently been licensed by Funimation, who brought out the first TV series and the OVAs on Blu-ray. Tenchi Muyo centers around the main character of Tenchi, who seems to be a normal student, but through random happenstance finds himself the center of importance in a galactic story, and also apparently the most wanted bachelor on Earth, at least according to his freeloading alien harem. Hijinks and hilarity ensue as these alien girls all fight for Tenchi's affection, and depending on the version you're watching, there are multiple of serious plot lines as well. Overall, this makes for a pretty well-balanced story that's both lighthearted and serious when it needs to be. This is a great choice if you're wondering what Toonami in the 90s was like to watch.
Ghost in the Shell.
Ghost in the Shell is a 1995 movie based on the manga by Masamune Shirow. This cerebral romp into the social and moral issues of melding mind and machine, as well as what makes you human, was released in the States in 1996 and has since seen multiple iterations and spin-offs. The story of Gitz centers around Major Kusanagi Makoto, a member of Japan's Public Security Section 9. It follows Major Kusanagi's team as they attempt to apprehend the digital terrorist known as the Puppet Master. The movie, sporting a pacing similar to a Kubrick film at points with its long musical interludes showcasing the city the story takes place in, draws many parallels with classic science fiction stories and movies dealing with the subject of artificial intelligence and the definition of self in a technologically advanced world. These themes still hold up today in our ever-expanding digital world. The music, composed by legendary artist Kenji Kawai, helps paint a surreal landscape and blends well with the visual style of the movie, which melds traditional cell animation with CG graphics in a seamless and beautiful way. The final experience is one that I feel can still compete with modern animated films today. The original DVD releases of this movie are fairly easy to find online. If you're looking for an updated look, you can check out 2008's Ghost in the Shell 2.0 on Blu-ray, which updated the movie with newly recorded audio and completely redrawn animation using modern digital techniques, as well as added CG scenes. However, in 2014, a new Blu-ray release came out here in the States, which uses a new HD film print, and despite some translation issues, is currently the definitive version for those who wish to watch the film as it was originally animated.
Nadia, the Secret of Blue Water.
Nadia, The Secret of Blue Water is a 39-episode TV show that was produced by Gainax. It's set in an alternate 1889 and follows an inventor, Jean, and an African girl, Nadia, who meets at the World's Fair in Paris. While the story starts off as a bumbling bad guy keeps trying to steal something from the main character's plot, it quickly evolves into a much darker story filled with character growth and mystery. Developed from a concept by Hayao Miyazaki called Around the World in 80 Days by Sea, the story of Nadia takes much inspiration from the works of Jules Verne, such as 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea and the exploits of Captain Nemo. It originally aired in 1990 and saw a short 8-episode dub by Streamline Pictures in the States under the title of Nadia, which was later released by Orion under the title Secret of Blue Water. In 2001, ADV released the whole series on VHS and DVD, and in 2014, Sentai Filmworks released the series on Blu-ray. If you're looking for a lighthearted tale with heavy, dark undertones as seen through the eyes of younger characters forced to grow up by the circumstances around them, then Nadia is a great find. Thanks to the recent Blu-ray release, this title is extremely easy to find for those looking to take the plunge into the mysterious seas.
Interstella 4-5, the story of the secret star system.
Released in May of 2003, Interstella 5555, The Story of the Secret Star System, is a feature-length animated story that is the music video for the Daft Punk album Discovery, with each episode being a song from the album. The first 4 episodes of the animation were teased on MTV and Cartoon Network as music videos for specific songs, but it wasn't until the full feature came out that you could see the whole story. Interstella was visually supervised by legendary manga artist Leiji Matsumoto, and was apparently a product of fandom as Daft Punk were fans of Matsumoto and planned to have him work on their story from practically the beginning. Speaking of the story, the movie focuses on the abduction and rescue of an interstellar pop band. It is told almost entirely through visuals and the music of the album, as it contains no spoken dialogue and very minimal sound effects. While not being completely Japanese in origin or made from a Matsumoto story, the movie showcases many themes present in the works of Matsumoto, which no doubt was put in as homage to the shows Daft Punk watched as children. Copies of Interstella can be found pretty easily online, as it is available both on Blu-ray and DVD. And that's all I have time for today, guys. I want to thank you for tuning in and sticking with me here to the very end. It's been a blast talking about all of these titles, and I can't wait to tell you what I have in store for next week's episode, part 3 of my top 25 anime. It's a blast. All of the stuff on here is really good and cool, and I can't wait to talk about it. In the meantime, though, if you guys liked any of these titles, or you think something else should have been up here, let me know in the comment sections below. I'm intrigued to know what you guys think. This is, obviously my opinion, but, your opinion counts too. Maybe there's something that you think really needs to be on here that I haven't seen, and I should go out and see. So let me know in the comment section below, and who knows, maybe something that you talk about now might show up in the next episode. And of course, if you liked today's episode, go ahead and hit that like button. I'm sure it still potentially does something here on YouTube at some point in time. And of course, if you enjoy my videos and haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. It's going to put you front row and center whenever I release something new, because it's going to show up in your YouTube inbox feed. And if you're looking for more content of mine, you can check out one of these videos here. I've got the first episode of my top 25 anime of all time listed up here, as well as something else that I've reviewed here in the past for you to check out and enjoy. And of course, if you like the music, you can check out the guy who makes the music and everything here, and that's going to be tons of fun. And of course, I really would appreciate it if you would take the time and consider maybe joining me on Patreon, because I do have a Patreon account, and all the funds that go into my Patreon will help me with the production of new episodes, such as buying new equipment, getting new, better lights, new, better video camera, new, better audio equipment, all of this fun stuff. So I appreciate any assistance you guys give me, and of course, at any point in time, you can just, follow me on Twitter or Facebook or any of the other things. All that links and stuff is going to be down in the description below. Either way, though, guys, again, this is all I have time for today, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time. This is Nate, the old school otaku, signing off.
Yeah, I'm talking like this, bros.
What could be in my hand? It's a laser disc. Sailor Moon?